one. It's doomsday, man.
Panic. Sell everything. It's
Buy the
there's
top, sell the bottom.
buy the top, sell the bottom. Do with their Bybit link. Link for that is down in the description below. Man, I don't know about you, but we're down a little bit, and I'm currently panicking. I'm
Did you
definitely
sell
not.
everything?
I'm not making decisions based off rational thinking or a plan or a strategy. I'm just kind of basing my investment trading strategy off my emotions and what I'm feeling in the current moment.
Bro, man, using your
Um,
logic and reasoning is so like 1998.
so overrated. It's
Yeah,
so pretentious. There's no need. You just buy whatever's pumping, and then if it corrects, get out of it. Move on to the next pump. You know
that's
what I
true.
mean?
And if in case you do it, just use our Bybit link so you can, no matter what, we're making money off you. Anyways, man,
Exactly. Yeah.
enough with all the games. Let's just snap back, I guess. Bitcoin's
Yeah.
down 4 point some percent today, man. The whole market is down, not just Bitcoin. So you need to understand that the whole economy is looking kind of, shaky. And yeah, man, right now
Yeah.
things are in limbo.
Things are very worrisome. So I see a lot of people worried in the market. A lot of people are trying to jump to conclusions. People are trying to call a bull market. People are trying to call a bear market. I personally think it's too premature to call it either way. So hopefully in this video, we can run through some of the major factors that we're looking out for to get further clarity in this market. Will the bull run continue? Are we entering a bear market? I'm going to share with you guys some of the most important factors that we're considering. So where do you want to start off here, man?
We'll just start off with the fact that, man, it's been a while we didn't make a video.
Very true.
Been a
Yes.
minute. We've been live streaming a lot lately, so right now we felt like, we just want to give you a quick update, maybe a 10-minute or so,
Yep.
and
Yep.
that's what we're going to discuss in this video. So maybe we'll just give them a quick recap of what we've been talking about in the live streams. If you haven't been joining the live streams, make sure you do so. Make sure you click the subscribe button if you're new. Make sure you like this video if you're new, and just click every link we got, even if it's a scam. Just click it, and we'll take care of that later on. So look, man,
Yeah.
past week or so, we're talking about we're all the way somewhere here. We're saying we're anticipating some sort of the mid time frames 4 hours telling us that look, we're down ticking, momentum is getting lost, the buying momentum is getting lost somewhere closer to these to the 40 to the 41k, and down ticking with MACD telling us that that buying pressure, that buying momentum, we've been kind of upticking. We came from a very low point. How we get all the way down to what do we have here? 30 something, went all the way up here to the 41,300, 33% movement and price action. So it's only right, man. It's only right for us. The main summary we're talking about, me and you and the live streams. Look, we had this wedge, we had a fake out here.
Yeah.
A lot of shorts got annihilated. We went back up and we actually pushed above this wedge. So now we do have a clear resistance. See it right here. It's this nice white line. We didn't retest it yet. We're saying that sometime soon here, even if Bitcoin goes all the way back down, regardless how long it takes, because obviously the longer it takes, then the lower this resistance, this newly turned support line is, previous resistance, the longer for Bitcoin actually takes for that movement to continue to go down, the more of a downside we're gonna have. So, what do you think, man? What's been happening?
Well, look, I think I could pretty quickly summarize my view of Bitcoin in the market because look, it's
Mm-hmm.
Bitcoin's market right now. We got to understand what Bitcoin's doing. So for me, looking here at the daily chart, there's reasons to be concerned about Bitcoin. We got rejected off the key inflection point, that 200 daily EMA, this kind of blue line here in the middle, right at $41,000. We're currently below the VP point of control here at $37,000. We're losing the 21 daily EMA and simple moving average. So look, there's reasons to be concerned about Bitcoin, but ultimately, because there's so many layers of resistance above us, I think rejection at any point should be anticipated, nothing to freak out over. I think the key thing that should make us worried is lower lows. Putting in lower lows is when I will start to get worried. If we start putting in lower lows below here at 33,300, 31,000, then 30,000, each lower low that we make, that's when I get worried. That's when I move into stable coins, not when we have rejection. Because again, with all the layers of resistance, rejection should be anticipated. So as long as we keep putting in these higher lows, then I think there's still hope for a further relief rally as well. Weekends are usually bad. It is currently a weekend for Bitcoin. I think come Monday, we may have a bit of a pump to retest 41K. I personally think 41K is the inflection point in the short term. If Bitcoin wants to be bullish again, it needs to get above 41K and it needs to do it relatively soon. Because look, man, if we just keep getting rejected over and over and over again for the next weeks and weeks and weeks, and we put in lower and lower lows, It starts to look bad, man. In my opinion, I think we really within kind of a month, with a couple of weeks here, we really need to start flipping some resistance to support. And again, we're seeing some good signs. We saw the first signs of a shift of the trend here, higher highs and higher lows. But again, key factor is not putting in lower lows, and the key bullish factor is flipping 41K from resistance into support.
Go and agree, man. That's what we're saying here, guys, because overall, while we're saying that this level is extremely important, it doesn't really take much to, we didn't really go to the deep ends of the crypto space and, went to France and go back and try to see what's going on. It's pretty clear from the charts where the main supply and demand zones are. The VPVR is 100% helping us, but even if you're looking at the chart itself, you'll see here back in January, we got stuck in a downtrend and this descending triangle. This is where the supply is. This is where sellers typically come in, and supply was being introduced to the market more aggressively than the demand. Demand was pretty steady at the 30,000, mid 30,000 range. And supply was Bitcoin was being supplied to the market and being sold at lower prices over and over. So as soon as we got to this point over here, supply and demand met, and looks like more and more people wanted in. So as soon as we exit here, as soon as we meet the price squeezed, we broke above, and we continued to rally back up to the 64,000 high, 64,000. So now we're back again. Now we're seeing that happen. So as soon as we start to drop here, beginning of May, all the way midway through May, or third week of May, you'll see here that Bitcoin's price action, specifically here, did not want to close anywhere below the 34,655, which was exactly where the supply and demand here met. So over the long period of time, this is not short term, just a longer period of time on the daily time frame, we're looking at areas from back here that we know buyers should typically come in because they came in at that level before. Is this another chance for these guys to jump in and make some money? Is it a chance? Is it a good buying opportunity, especially after what Bitcoin is capable of doing with going in all-time highs at the 64,000 right now? It went all the way down here to a discount of 52%. So that's where the accumulation, and we saw how the market reacted to that. The market peaked below those levels but continued to close. We understand that closing prices paint a very good picture in terms of and it paints the picture of what how confident buyers or sellers are and how weak or strong the price action is. So we're seeing that happen. That's what Brendan is saying, is that anything below these levels, anything below, as soon as we start peaking below and actually have a closing price again below these prices, we see a lot of accumulation from before, but then if it continues to go back down below this, then that's telling us that, maybe buyers are not, there was enough buyers to push us here back in May 23rd and May 19th, but maybe accumulation, was over. More buyers were actually lurking below these levels. So that's what we need to understand. But for the short term, there's the bigger picture. For the short term, if we're looking at the 4-hour, we do anticipate buyers to come in as soon as we start looking at this newly formed support. We need to test it. We don't think we really tested it yet. And if this does not hold, then I think on a short term, this is forecasting that, maybe on this daily time frame, because that's what happens. It goes, price action starts to getting painted from lower time frames, starts getting reflected on the higher time frames. Maybe that's telling us, look, the market is not ready for more accumulation. We need the price to go down. But then again, so much news out there. A lot of those big players are trying to creep into crypto. And a lot of these big players are trying to have a piece of the pie. And we're seeing still, even at those price levels, Bitcoin being accumulated. So we need to see how that plays out. Are there more buyers? Are there more sellers? We'll see, man. I put in a whole billion in Bitcoin yesterday, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're a market mover, huh? You're well
100%.
So yeah, man, look, at the end of the day, when speaking about adoption, fundamentals, and the long-term picture, the long-term picture is pointing one way. More and more companies adopting Bitcoin, more and more countries adopting Bitcoin. Just a tweet the other day here, I have it pulled up here on mine if you want to look this real quick. A Paraguayan politician is tweeting how they're supposedly introducing Bitcoin legislation come July here. So direction is clearly going one way. More and more companies adopting, more and more countries adopting. So the long-term future has never been better.
And they just went fully all out into it.
Sorry?
They just went fully all into it. Was this El Salvador?
No, this is Paraguay. So this is Paraguay. Yeah, so brand new country. So again, we have El Salvador now fully adopting Bitcoin. We have Tanzania politicians ordering the bank to start introducing Bitcoin and crypto services. Now we have Paraguay doing it. Man, it's a movement. The macro direction is clear. Adoption is just beginning and beginning and beginning. Now, with that being said, the short term we could dump further. Markets can act irrationally longer than you could stay solvent. And so for me, I just kind of want to share the macro picture that I'm looking out for to call bear market or bull market. Because again, I see a lot of people jumping to conclusions, but for me, I think we need further evidence or further confirmation. And each lower low that we put in is bearish confirmation, and that's why I'll get worried if we make lower lows. Each higher high that we put in, that's bullish confirmation. I can start to get more optimistic. Ultimately, I do think Bitcoin is forming a head and shoulders formation. And so a lower low below $30,000 would constitute a bearish breakdown from the head and shoulders. And the price target from that is literally bottomless. It's like negative 5,000. It's something stupid. So basically what I'm saying is here, a lower low below 30K, I think enough evidence at that point would lean towards us entering a bear market than not. Now, so that's what I'm looking out for to enter a bear market, a lower low below 30,000. Now, if we want the bull market to continue, we need to get above this red trend line from all-time highs to the next lower high. If we can break above this thing, come back down and retest it, hold it as support, and start making moves to the upside, then the bull market can continue, and we can happily go on our merry way to over $100,000 Bitcoin this cycle. But we need to flip all these layers of resistance into support. The more layers of resistance we flip into support, the more confident we could be of the continued bullish rally. So that's what I'm looking out for with Bitcoin.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. I agree. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for me, man. Overall, man, we just changed fully the layout of the screen recording. See a lot of blue, purple, and all that.
Yeah, man.
Nice, nice market update on the bottom. It's the new CNN, guys. So
we're making moves.
That's what it is. So yeah, I don't know if we're good to end it here, man. I don't know if there's anything else you want to talk about. Maybe we'll just keep this nice and quick and short. We have a lot of news we also wanted to talk about as well. So guys, make sure you stay tuned for the live stream within the next hour or so. We'll send the link to our Discord as well. But yeah, man, you got anything else to add here? I think this is a quick, nice, short analysis for Bitcoin on my end. Want to add something? Any wisdom? Any?
Well, I would just say. Yeah. Look, I would just say, stick to our live stream where we will delve more into detail. We just kind of went over briefly some of the big picture stuff, but in the live streams we delve more into detail. And then, guys, we like to joke around, but make decisions based off rational planning and not emotions. I've clearly defined the major support and resistance levels. Now you don't have to follow what I'm doing, but just come up with your own trading and investment strategy, and please trade and invest based off strategy and a plan and not your emotions. So that's it for me. Thank you all so much for watching. Do not forget to like, subscribe, comment, share, and smash that bell icon to be notified of new uploads. And I'll throw it back to you, man.
Have a great guys. Have a great day, guys and girls. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned.
Take care.
Peace.